And tragic news out of Tampa, Florida today. A 17-year-old forklift operator was killed when his vehicle overturned. Police say that the operator was not properly trained, was carrying a passenger the vehicle was not designed for, and was below the legal age to drive a forklift, which is 18. Sergeant Cameron Norton of the Tampa Police Department says the employer will likely be cited for safety violations and may face criminal prosecution.
Forklifts have a 3-point suspension system. The weight of the load is supported at 3 points, which are the 2 front wheels and the center of the rear axle. If you join these points, you get the stability triangle. If the combined center of gravity of the vehicle and the load remains inside the triangle, the vehicle will remain stable. If the combined center of gravity goes outside of the triangle, the vehicle will tip over. For the pre-operation inspection, start with checking the fluid levels. Make sure there is a proper amount of oil, water, and hydraulic fluid. Check for leaks, cracks, or other problems with cables, belts, and hydraulic hoses. Inspect the forks, backrest extension, and mast for cracks, dents, or faulty welds. Make sure the retaining pins are in good condition. Examine the mast chain for defects and proper tension. Do not place your hands inside the mast. Use a stick or other device to check chain tension. Check the operator's compartment for dirt, grease, and debris. Make sure that the operator's manual is on the truck, and it is legible. The safety decals and data plate must be present and readable. Don't forget to kick the tires, and make sure they are in good condition.
And we've had an update on the cause of yesterday's fatality. The forklift operator lifted a pallet with 2 oil drums, but was unaware that one of the drums was empty. This made the load unstable and the vehicle tipped over when the operator tried to turn. Instead of staying seated and leaning away from the fall, he attempted to jump clear and was crushed by the overhead guard. Experts say you should always verify the stability of a load before lifting it, and always make turns slowly and carefully. A memorial service is being held on Friday.
Traveling with a load, keep it low, and keep it slow. When placing a load, make sure the surface is sturdy, flat, and can support the weight of the load. Always check that racks and shelves are secured to the wall and the floor. If you are stacking the load, make sure the bottom can support the additional weight. Never stack heavier loads onto lighter loads. Raise the load to the height required. Drive forward slowly. Lower the load carefully until it is resting on the shelf. Look behind you to make sure the path is clear, and then back out slowly. Once the forks are clear, stop the forklift, and lower the forks to a safe traveling height. As a forklift operator, you may have to load or unload trucks, trailers, or rail cars. Before driving into a trailer, walk in and inspect the interior. Check the floor for cracks or damage. Forklifts are heavy, and they can crash right through a weak support structure. Check the overhead clearance. Make sure the opening is large enough for the load being transferred. Inspect the dock plates. Make sure that they are in good condition and have been installed securely. The dock plate must be rated for the size of the load crossing it. A loose trailer or rail car can be dangerous. Make sure the trailer is mechanically secured to the loading dock. If that is not possible, use another means to block or lock the wheels. A sloped loading area is not sufficient by itself for securing the vehicle. If there is no trailer cab, use a jack placed at the front of the trailer. This will prevent the trailer from collapsing or flipping when the forklift enters the front of the trailer. Trailers are enclosed spaces and can experience a buildup of harmful gases, such as carbon monoxide. Make sure there is sufficient ventilation. If you feel sick, or tired, you may be overexposed to a harmful gas. Exit the trailer immediately and go to fresh air. Be sure to check the security of the trailer periodically. The stresses of loading or unloading can cause the vehicle to creep away from the loading docks. When working with trailers, a few minutes of inspection and periodic double checking can prevent disaster.